I love the challenges that God has given to us as a church. We are blessed to be a blessing. For 140 years, God has planted us in this community to make a difference in the lives of families. We have a lot of challenges when it comes to meeting the spiritual needs of men and women and boys and girls. God has given us so many children and youth. We want to raise them with Christian biblical principles to be leaders in the community and in the world, facing the challenges that this world has for us and for them. We want to strengthen families and marriages and to let little ones know how much they are loved by God. And yet there are still people in our community who are far from God. How do we share God's love and the message of His saving grace with them? We are blessed to be a blessing. What part will you play in fulfilling the promise? God has made many promises to us, and we also make commitments to God. How will you be a part of fulfilling the promise?
Here at Mandarin United Methodist Church, the Fulfilling the Promise campaign means so much more than what we just see on paper. Fulfilling the Promise is a journey for each and every one of us to know our stories as to where God has in the past been present in our life with His grace and with His love and care. Over 139 years, we have seen God do some wonderful, miraculous things here in the community of Mandarin. And here we are in 2013, leading into a new era here in 2014 of watching God continue to fill and disciple people into being fully devoted followers of Jesus Christ. Here at Mandarin United Methodist Church, I see the mission of our church being lived out in so many ways. And in particular, as we see in the worship at Collision, in the worship center at the Family Life Center, we see our mission being lived out through the invitations. That is the first part of our mission. Are we an inviting church? Some of the things that I have seen with inviting ministries is just recently in our Collision worship, I encountered a sixth grader and his mother who shared with me that he invited his classmate to come to worship. And incredibly, what we saw was that this young boy walked into worship with his classmate, but not only his classmate, but his mom and family as well. That is just one example that we are living into the mission here at Mandarin United Methodist Church by being an inviting church, of going out to our neighborhoods, to our communities, to our schools, our workplace, and inviting people to become a part of such a wonderful reality that we see. We also, part of our mission is to be a caring ministry church. That being said, is we have many opportunities for us to care for one another. Our discipling ministries, that is one of another part of our mission statement, is to disciple people to come to a relationship with Jesus Christ. We see everything on this campus from Financial Peace University to disciple ministries, teaching the scriptures, giving parents and families and individuals those skills in life to be able to learn what it is to incorporate faith into their everyday life. And so from these class opportunities, also from our youth group, from our children's ministries, all of the ages encompassed, we are able to watch our leaders disciple one another to grow others into being that fully devoted follower of Jesus Christ that our vision here at Mandarin states. The last area of our mission statement here at Mandarin United Methodist Church is to be a sending congregation, to send people out to share the love of Christ with others. Just recently, I watched as our United Methodist men gathered school supplies early on for our schools in the local areas, for our neighbors and our communities. The church here at Mandarin has been extremely generous in providing school supplies for those children who are in need. We provide opportunities for our church to minister to other churches, to be that mentoring church that we are called to be, to help one another in those times of need. And the people of Branches and other parts in Florida Annual Conference, and also throughout the United States and throughout the world, are receiving God's blessings from your generosity and your love and commitment to Jesus Christ. And through living out our mission and our vision statement here at Mandarin United Methodist Church, we truly see God fulfilling His promises for each one of us. It is one of my utmost honors to be able to be serving and to be leading as one of your pastors. I'm truly honored and blessed to be able to be here at Mandarin United Methodist Church.
As a young man with a relatively young family, what Mandarin United Methodist Church means to me is it's a sanctuary for my wife and for my kids and for myself to be at least once a week, if not more. What it does is it teaches us humility. It teaches us about servitude. It shows us right and wrong. It allows us to accept our sins and to be forgiven of our sins. I want my children to grow up in a place where they feel accepted, where they never have to feel alone, and no matter what points of view that they share with anyone else, here those points of view are put aside for the greater good, for the serving of Jesus Christ. It took me 28 years to accept that everything I am and everything I have is because of Jesus Christ's love for me. Everything I have, everything that you have, everything that this church is because of Him. I commit to fulfilling my promise to this church and to Jesus Christ for all that they have done for me.
The nursery and children's programs here at Mandarin UMC hold a special place in my heart because both my kids, Olivia and Colin, have practically grown up here. Being a military family, we have moved around a lot, which means we don't often get to live near our relatives. Mandarin UMC has come into our lives and provided us with a church family for myself and my husband and our two kids, Olivia and Colin. My kids love coming to church. They love coming to the programs. They love being here, so much so that I like to think my son wanted to be born here, as my water broke in the church parking lot when I was on my way to taking Olivia to the nursery. Over the past few years have truly been a blessing to my family, as my kids truly enjoy coming to the nursery here at Mandarin UMC. I love that my kids enjoy being here at the church campus. I love that my kids enjoy going to the Sunday school programs now called JAM classes, Jesus and Me. I love that my kids come home singing songs about Jesus and God and love talking about the stories that they learned in their classes with the other students. The friendships and bonds and memories that we've made here at Mandarin UMC have been wonderful over the years, and I can honestly say that I'm fortunate and blessed to say Mandarin UMC has been a second home to my family and my kids.
I became part of the Mandarin United Methodist Church family last year when I was baptized, and Jesus came into my heart permanently. I have made a lot of friends here by participating in activities like these: music camp, VBS, and cheerleading camp, and soccer. I love this church very much because I have made a lot of friends here. The pastors have inspired me to maybe be a minister one day, and that the people here are very kind and sweet to me and everybody else, and that's why I love this church.